Hi, I'm Sides. Here are 3 easy ways to create drums in Logic Pro if you don't know how to play drums. Let's jump right into the DAW. So first let me play this little 8-bar loop that I have that doesn't have any drums. The first way that I want to show you is if you press O, or if you go to this little icon here, now you have all of these royalty-free loops. You can type in here drums, and you can find drums, or you can search by instrument and genre. And now I'm just going to find a drum groove that I like. I'm going to stick with the audio ones first for this example, and the audio ones have this blue icon. Let's go with this one. Now I'm just going to drag this here, and we can hear how it sounds. Pretty cool. Now, if I want, I can press Command R to repeat it. And then if you click these little arrows, you can diversify some of the loops. So let's see what this sounds like. Pretty cool. And let's say you want to mess it up even more. So what you can do, we're going to do it over here. I'm just going to zoom in slightly so you can see a little bit better. If I press Control X, this window is going to pop up, which will strip silences. So you can decide how intense you want it to be by setting your threshold. I'm going to click OK. And now I can add a 4 on the floor kick. What I could do is I could delete that one, grab this one, delete this one. I'm going to hold down Option, click here, and then drag this right on the 4. So it would sound like this. And then now let me take this snare and I'm going to add it on the 2 and the 4 here. I'm going to add just a little bit of a fade. So yeah, I don't want to spend too much time finessing it, but you can see how you can change up some of the rhythm. Or what you can do if you just want to add this to the loop, you can hold down Option, drag this here. Let's say I want a double kick. Now let's hear how it sounds. So it's a pretty quick way to grab stuff. Let's say I want to add just like a snare here. Boom. And honestly, you could just throw these around to create different accents and to create your own rhythm. And you just kind of put them randomly. So I do random kick here, random kick there. And it sounds pretty cool. Let's listen to it with the track. Pretty cool, right? And I want to show you one more bonus trick when you're dealing with audio. If I highlight all of these, now press J, it will join all the drums. Now, if I press Control D, it will open up this window, which will allow you to add a drum replacement or a doubling. So you can see they doubled with the MIDI here, and you can decide if you want to replace it or double it. Let's go with doubling it. Let's go with that one. And here's how it sounds. And I could go through and change some of them if I want a more acoustic one. Anyways, something fun that you can mess around with. The second way you can add drums to your track, all you have to do is right-click here and select New Session Player Track. Or you can press Option Command U. This will pop up. I'm going to select drummer. You can decide which drummer style. There's a lot to choose from, so many to choose from. I'm going to stick with pop rock. Create. I'm going to move it here. Now, there is so much you can do with this. You can select one of these presets, which is going to change up the groove. You can change up the drummer style. You can change up the type of drummer. You can change the complexity. See, as I move this dial, look how much it changes. The intensity. You can change up the rhythm here. So many different types you can choose from. And you can decide what instrumentation is playing, the fill amount, the fill complexity, the swing. And my favorite thing that you can do is if you click this follow, you can have it follow these different rhythms, or you can have it follow a track, and I want it to follow my bass track. Let's listen to it. Whoa, you can decide the length of it. You can make it go longer or shorter. You can cut it up to add more fills in the middle. Just make sure you're on the right beat. And then if you right click here, you can convert it to MIDI, and now you can mess around with the MIDI if you would like to. You can also change the drum sound. So let's say you like a different drum in one of your third-party plugins. Like let's say I go to Contact, I go to Abbey Road Drummer, and now let's hear it. So pretty cool. And the last way I'm going to show you is super cool. So we're going to go to the loop library again, and we're going to just use the same drum loop that I sound before. You can do this with any audio clip. I'm going to take this audio drum groove. I'm going to drag it over here, and then I'm going to select Drum Machine Designer. Now it broke out the transients into each drum pad. So I can see there's a kick, there's a hat, snare, another kick. And if I wanted to, I could play it on my MIDI keyboard. Or what you can do, which is super cool, is you can press P, go to Step Sequencer. You can dial in a drum groove here. Like I'm just going to do a kick here, hats, every other one. And you see how you hear that little click? We could change that by going to number 2 and then just adding a little fade here. See, there that goes. Let's find the snare. That sounds super cool already. Or what you can do is you can click this button, then select Patterns, go down to Drums, and you can mess around with some of these. They might not sound as good with the drum sample, just the nature of the sample. So what you can do, you can right click here, do New Software Instrument Track. Now we're going to go to here. We're going to select Drum Kit. Now you can pick on a drum kit. I'm going to go with Slow Jam. Now what you're going to do is press P, Step Sequencer, click on this little icon, go to Patterns, go to Drums, and now you can just mess around with some of these. Let's hear how it sounds. So those are some easy ways that you can create drums in Logic Pro if you don't know how to play drums. So the most important thing to do is to trust your ears, have fun, and never stop creating. I'll be posting a video every Tuesday and Thursday, so pretty please subscribe to my channel. And I have some free Logic Pro goodies in the caption. See you next time!